So I've been the ambassador of Hungary at UNESCO since 2009, and I was elected president of the General Conference in 2011. And in the past 2 years, of course, besides the 37th of and opening the 37th session, I had a chance to travel the world and to see culture diplomacy, sports diplomacy, so the so-called powers can do to the world. And of course, don't forget, UNESCO was set up after the World War to build international relations in the field of culture, science, and communication. But it's not l'art pour l'art, international relations. So through these international relations, we should give a chance to better understanding and also build peace in the world. And I really, the big problem today is the lack of knowledge. Thing starts with education, right. Because if we know who we are, our background, we know our language, we know our history, and so on. So it's in a family, you are with love. You are not afraid because you were given a lot of love. If you know a good idea who you are, what is your culture, then you're afraid of this microcosm, starting to be interested in others, in other people. And this number everybody an education system which they base the foundation of a person, but also open the words that. And I don't like to hear that, you know, similar. We are not the beauty of the human race. All the point is that we don't have to be afraid of the difference. What we have to learn is that I say that the difference is burden, the real source of inspiration. If we don't look at the world here, we can really build the world together in a better manner. Actually, culture can do the most, and in in a country, in an area of the world where everything is and going on, it's so to build bridges, understanding in radical. In of not understanding, in the case of approach solutions, the best way really, as I said before, to start education. UNESCO is running programs in the world, in the developing world, Arab region, as are set up in order to give, first of all, hope for people really to be able to learn, to see, and sort of to be a conscious citizen of their own and of the world. So everything starts really with the language and the language. For that you need, and of course I believe that we speak about a dialogue, take into consideration the issue of interfaith and look at the world today, we see extremism, you know, which would use a faith or a religion, and for you can't take into account what religions really mean in intercultural. There are many in the world through which understand the culture of the country, are aware of the religion. And I religious dialogue are very important topics in the culture dialogue. working as the president of the conference. If you are open to religion, it doesn't mean that you. What are the important topics? Religion. What you are about. So I took part in many Buddhist to which invited many beliefs of. But about my religion, I'm a Roman Catholic, mainly Hungarian Catholics, so it's not a big deal. It's the majority. But I much appreciate when John Paul II, the Polish Pope, of course, very for us Europeans, opened up, for example, our religion to the world and started to build with other religions. So the religious leaders themselves have to dialogue. The political leaders themselves have to have a dialogue. Not even enough to talk about our own interests. Let it be our religion, because we are so connected that we can't do anything which would influence a person or culture or another country. And just as whatever we do is a kind of result of other people's doing, so this interconnectedness is very much of an imperative to understand through the media, international electronic awareness. You things happening in the world because you are part of it. We live today as we used to live, let's say, in 25. So you take into consideration that what's happening, the result will come, and some change as well. And you know, through competence, through education, through, of course, the national what many in order to fight extremism and in order to build minds of the people. It's a beautiful, and I always say that be a dream and be, of course, an optimist and but activist. So yes, if we don't believe that, there will be a point when different religions and a better understanding. I don't believe culture will in a word, then of course we shouldn't work. One experience is in was, you know, when I was and I stood from where for 300 years the so-called power took the black people and then they the knowledge they use the and the power of the brain, everything, to build their own and to build their own countries. So you cannot use other people. Yeah. That kind of what I call planetary consciousness is what we can reach through education. Yes. Thank you very much. And of course, Hungary and Turkey is, Hungary and Turkey have got a lot of links, yes. And in our culture, a lot of similarities, and in our past, you know, we have learned a lot from each other, and and Hungary culture dialogue have done together. Turkey is a very important player in the international convention and in the to the importance of the Turkish well, because UNESCO is an intergovernmental organization and government to decide how like to be involved in the work. And Turkey plays a very special role in our work. I have to tell you that our Prime Minister just visited the country. Just we heard the news. We don't to go to Turkey, so probably for me too.